What's up, my Pugnos? Andy with Tech Influence here. Excited to share with you guys this content here. We're going to be going over finally the PolarPro LiteChaser Pro for the iPhone 15 series. Specifically, we're going to be going over some of the filters and some of the mounts here for the 15 Pro Max. Last year, this product was garbage. It was littered with all of these things, especially like the wide lens here that they tried to release that failed. I think the final verdict here is that this is for a specific niche group of people here. It's not necessarily for me. I really think having something like the Shift Cam mobile grip here video rig is way better. I don't like the LiteChaser Pro anymore because you have to be someone who is invested into their filter world. So having something like the 67 mount I think is great here for your phone if you've opted into those really expensive filters. With that said here, I'd probably pass on this here. I don't think this is necessarily a one for the average consumer. If you're doing really high-end stuff and specific to your iPhone, I think this might be for you, but I still can't figure out who that demographic is besides a content creator that's trying to review the product just to review it for views. I'm probably referring to myself. Nonetheless here, let's go ahead and go over and see if this is something you're interested in. What's unique about the LiteChaser Pro here is it's all about filter and the mounting system. Now, they've got a couple of extra filter mounting options here to include a 67mm threaded filter adapter, which allows you to add all of their awesome cine filters. You can go ahead and add on there the LiteChaser Pro 1314 filter mounts. If you want to have your mist V&D, your CPL, your regular V&D, you can. They use the same railing system to allow you to grip the LiteChaser Pro grip to it, and then also the optional Bluetooth shutter button. It sounds like they fixed the Magsafe, so you're going to still be able to attach all your favorite accessories. With that said, guys, this product was not given to me from PolarPro. I did spend my own money on it, so you know where that bias is. However, check out our channel sponsor at the very end here to get yourself 15% off incredible genuine leather goods from the folks at Andar. With that said, let's break this down, demonstrate it, and show you what you're getting yourself into. All right, you can see in front of me here a bunch of different accessories here and products, namely a lot of the filters here. You can go ahead and set up here the grip as well as the 67 filter mount as well as the LiteChaser Pro filter mount and the case. Now, last year they actually had a whole rig that was similar to the Shift Cam, but they ended up opting out of it and going with this Defender TPU material here to provide you that protection as well as a pretty cool lens mount guard here for your perfection. So this is what everything comes with here. As you can see, it comes with their pretty cool plastic boxes here to hold your mounts. You've obviously got the case here itself. It's made out of TPU material, so it is a little more flexible here, but this is gonna provide you that insulation and protection. It is a little bit warped here in packaging here because of the large head. This is an aluminum grade filter mount and Defender package system. Coming up close here, as you can see, I really like how the inside is lined with this really nice microfiber as well as a very cushioned inside, so that's going to provide you a lot of protection. Coming around the edge here, there's really nothing unique about the case itself. They don't have any extra tooling inside of the case here, so it's just going to kind of grip around it here. You have the cutouts here at the bottom for the I/O and speakers. You even have that wrist strap here. With the wrist strap on there here, you have a great way to be able to add extra protection and have it around your wrist in the event that you're shooting content. This is the main event here, what you're trying to get yourself into. It's this Defender plate, which is going to slide right off. It's made out of aluminum and it's pretty easy to snap back on. I really like that system that they've got there. It makes it really intuitive and simple. Placing it in here, it's fairly straightforward. It's grippy. What I'm worried about here is that it's gonna fall off, but it's not. It looks like it's grabs all the way around the phone. I'm impressed with the build here because as you come up, you can see that it's not gonna push up against your screen protector. You have a bezel here, so in the event that it does fall, it is going to only rub against the case itself. Obviously on the back side, it's not gonna scratch the camera array. Before we jump into the filter mount, I'm just gonna show you here that you do have the option here to go ahead and connect it to a third-party Magsafe. This is from Anker, 5,000 milliamps. This is gonna go ahead and give you 5 watts here. It's a little bit slower, but because it's very, very thin, You can see it starting to charge here now at the top. If you wanted to opt into a charge-friendly travel case here, this is from Murpiso. This allows you to charge your AirTags, Apple Watch, as well as your Magsafe. It's a little bit hard to find this. I'm having a hard time here. As you can see here, the magnets go all the way up into this area here where the Defender is. There we go. It's kind of sitting on there here, and it'll start charging there if you have it plugged in, but you have that option here to still be able to use that. All right, I've got a bunch of these filters here. I've got a couple from a couple of competitors here that I want to be able to add. These 67mm. I even have the old 18 wide that they failed on, which is awesome that they gave up on. This is from PolarPro, but I like holding on to this to show from year to year what PolarPro is capable of. With that said here, it's important for me to be able to use my filters because each one of these was very expensive. That's the thing about PolarPro is you're really getting yourself into their ecosystem, which is really high quality. My Mist V&D is my favorite, so we're gonna go ahead and throw that on here with the adapter. I really like how it's cushioned in here and it's got a lot of protection. Coming up close here, as you can see, it's easy for you to be able to travel with. It's nice and compact and it fits right into the slot here for the mount. As you can see here, I had the 13, the 14, and now the 15, respectively. You can see that the TPU material is kind of beat up over time. The way that you do it here is you get the V&D twisted all the way to the end, and you kind of just grip your fingers there and twist it off, and it's going to come right off. There you go. Now you're gonna go ahead and take the filter, and then you're gonna replace it with inside those grooves with this filter mount. So it is kind of tedious here replacing it if you've got multiple filters like I do, if you've got the CP filter, which I do, or just a regular V&D 3 to 5, or if you have the anamorphic here, you're gonna have to do it by hand. So now that we've got it on here, you can go ahead and you can just slide it onto the bracket, swapping out the mounts here for the new one. I really like how soft and how just rugged that is. I really like that touch here for sliding it on. It's just so nice and easy. It feels high quality and it feels like it's not going to go anywhere. It just snaps right there in place and you got yourself your mount, which is nice. All right, we're here on location, guys. I wanted to show you guys what the PolarPro LiteChaser Pro rig will look like here. I've got the cold shoe mount with a T9 4 terabyte on here. It is connected to this, which allows me to shoot in ProRes log, which is nice. I've got the LiteChaser Pro 14/15 variable Mist V&D. This is the 3 to 5. It's cool that you can still use the lens cap, which is great. The grip makes it really nice to be able to place it on a tripod mount in the center of the case itself. You can put a cold shoe mount there. As you can see, I've got my wireless transmitter. And then on the side here, you have enough room to be able to place a nice little hard drive. I've got the Mist V&D here. You can take it off with the slide after you've pushed the button. Then you can replace it here with a 67mm filter. I've got the Diffusion 20% on there. During Christmas time, we went to Salt Lake City here and we looked at the lights, and I was using the LiteChaser Pro with the 3 to 5 V&D, Mist V&D, and it just looks beautiful. As you can see the haloing of all the lights, it gives you that really cool diffusion even as I zoom in and zoom out. What's great here is I have full function of all of the iPhone lenses, including punching into 2x, I can punch into 5x, I can even zoom out to the ultra wide at 0.5. It just looks fantastic here. As you can see the haloing of all of these Christmas lights as I walk around. What's great here being able to walk around with the grip and Bluetooth shutter is I can go ahead and run and gun and I can take these shots as I go. It just looks phenomenal here. Since the filter covers the entire lens profile, you can go ahead and switch from lens to lens with no issue and still getting some really good highlights and lowlights and not having things blown out too much, even though you've got a high diffuser. Here's a shot of me and what it looks like. I've got the wrist grip, I've got the shutter button. You can see that I've got the diffusion on. Andar in Spanish means to carry, and this is my everyday carry here for my iPhone 14, my iPhone 15. Andar features a wide variety of high-end luxury leather goods, including bags, handbags, wallets, cases, watch straps for your Apple Watch, and wallets to boot. I love my Aspen, which comes in a myriad of different colors. If you want to opt into the brown for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, or if you wanted to opt into the camel tan, this is great here to be able to level up. I also have the watch strap, which is a great way to be able to add to your Apple Watch and have luxury on the go. Andar sources the leather ethically, and they have excellent customer service in the event you have a question, a concern, or a need. Check out down below in the description for a 15% off code using Tech Influence for a coupon here on your first order. Check out those links as well, as they do help out the channel. With that said, my ponios, I think the final verdict here is that this is for a specific niche group of people here. It's not necessarily for me. I really think having something like the Shift Cam mobile grip here, video rig, is way better because you've got this rig that's got cold shoe mounts. It's really high quality. It's cheaper. It's got a bunch of different ways to be able to level up your lifestyle and your content. Shutter button, grip, aluminum. It's just way better. I don't like the LiteChaser Pro anymore because, I mean, the grip is nice and all, but you have to buy the new one every single year. It's really frustrating. Now I've got 4 of these things here, and then you have to be someone who is invested into their filter world. So having something like the 67 mount, I think, is great here for your phone if you've opted into those really expensive filters. However, get yourself 15% off your first watch strap or your Aspen case here from the folks at Andar. One of my favorite cases and go-to here that I would highly recommend. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll catch you in the next one.